I know,
Boy,
she said
they'll
they
always
did
look
some work
nice.
or something like that.
Yeah, they'd have
That's
a break.
surprising.
Okay, we are gonna go ahead and call the meeting to order. It is Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, minutes and reports received and filed.
We do not have any today.
Okay, Commissioner Committee liaison reports, upcoming meetings and events.
Good thing is, us got my calendars working together. Thank you, Brian. We've got BOE this afternoon. Tomorrow morning, got an Ameren, Missouri Community Voices Advisory Board meeting. Tomorrow night, HBA Power Hour. Thursday, there's a tiny robot demo by the United Capital City Soccer. Be at the 179 Soccer Park complex. Should be pretty neat to have a thing that marks the field with GPS. They'll be using that over there at the soccer complex or the sports complex by Special Olympics when they get that up and going. And then Monday, the 8 day before election reports are due, so don't forget that file. I think that's it.
Okay, today, Midmo Public Housing from 1 to 3, but I'll be doing it by Zoom, so I'm here for the BOE. On Friday, State Office of Broadband Development is having a meeting at 1 o'clock. I think that's it from me.
I got the BOE. Wednesday, Central Bank is having a state of the market report, so I'm going to that. Thursday morning, I've got a National Guard ESGR meeting at 9. And then Saturday, a Missouri Sons of American Revolution meeting, so that's it. We're gonna kind of deviate from our agenda since we have Presiding Judge Beadham here, and his time is important. So the marijuana money, is that?
Yeah, I got three things. We'd like to ask for consideration of the marijuana money to replace our x-ray scanner downstairs. That's about $25,000 looking on the GSA contract. This one here is probably 6 or 7 years old and was identified as being weak in a number of different areas. And so we thought that one might be a good use to ask you that you consider that for using some of the marijuana money on it. That's the first. The second one had to do with probate attorney's fees, but when I got into that, I got on the agenda because they told me I had this giant problem. When I got into that and talked to Debbie, I think they've been coding some things wrong. And so I don't think it's near the crisis that I thought it was. They told me they were out of money, and it being only July, I saw that as a problem, but they were apparently spending their own money instead of spending the county money because they were coding it wrong.
I was okay with that.
It's actually all ends up being the county money, but
Oh, okay.
so we're
It's
gonna get it.
different fund.
We're gonna get it in the rest of the year on the correct account, and I think we're gonna be okay. The third thing was chairs.
Chairs, yep.
And we're good. As far as the chairs, the jury room, we've gone to MVE. MVE says they will rebuild the chairs and then upholster them to match the cushions that we have. And that's less expensive than replacing the new chairs, and we have chairs that are compatible with the courtroom. I mean, the plastic chairs that they were proposing looked like something out of the Jetsons.
And the new chairs, they were $8,600. And for MVE to come and refurbish them and put cushions on and then put cushions on some of the chairs that are just randomly placed in the courtroom was only $6,100.
And we couldn't do that before because they were wanting to do a shorter time. We weren't gonna be closing the
Right.
room down, but now
So-
we're gonna paint it for an extended amount of time, so.
And they
can do
agreed
that.
with that time frame. They're
Yeah.
able to pick it up November 2nd or whatever.
And you saved
it was.
money, so
Yep.
winner, winner.
So,
So-
I don't know. I mean, do you need anything on the, I don't know if there's a form for the marijuana thing.
How much do we have in that account approximately to use?
Sorry, I sent it last week. And
You know, the monthly receipts have kind of, it's
Yeah.
like a roller coaster, but I know it's been 42, 20, 42. it's gonna hit somewhere north of 300,000 probably for the year, I would think. Is that right?
Well, last year we took in 88,000 when it started, only had 2 months. And so far this year in 7 months, 246,000. But you do know legally that is general revenue money
Right,
for the county.
right. But we've asked the auditor, or he even brought it to us, a separate line, so at the end of the day, we'll be able to tell the public, this is how much money we received in this account, and this is how we spent
Spend
it.
it.
Right?
That might money for the 25.
Yeah.
Sorry, I gave that spreadsheet and I can't get it.
So we're back to the historic chairs in a sense, right? With the-
Yeah, well, they're not historic because they're, except for, I think they were 96. So maybe
Oh.
it's the
It
last
takes
time
50
we
takes
did any
50.
work in that courtroom of any significance. So maybe they are historic.
They gotta be 50 years old to be antique.
Yeah, I don't know if they're quite that.
Yeah.
But
You qualify.
yeah, everybody who sits, they're okay with the chairs as long as the arms are on them and the cushions aren't worn. And because of the timing, we were able to get it done this way, which I think it was everybody's preference, and it turned out to be a little cheaper.
Good.
And I do have a quote for you guys to sign for the chairs. That's on the agenda.
Okay.
Somewhere else.
Yeah, we can go back to that. I was just
Yeah.
gonna,
I just wanted to put in that we were good with that. Judge Walker was down here, and I told him that I would tell you that for him. He's our designer judge.
Will the new x-ray machine be this year or next year then?
We just replaced the scanner, the walk-through scanner, which worked for about 10 people, and then it waiting on a part. So, and that took a while to get in there. Yeah, I think there's some chance it would be this year.
So once we get the bid on it or the price on it, we can get that
Well,
approved?
we've got a GSA quote on it.
It's on a cooperative contract. We don't have to bid it out.
Yeah, we
So
don't.
we just need to bring it in and approve it, right?
Yep.
And then we figure out where the money comes from, if it comes from general or from the marijuana tax. So,
Does this machine have another name like magnometer, or is that another kind of machine?
No, it's not a magnetometer, it's a metal detector.
Okay.
So that one, we've
And
already
this one
taken
is
care of
not-
that one.
And what does this one do?
This is the one, like you go to the airport, you put your stuff on it, and it runs it through the
It's an
conveyor.
actual X-ray machine?
It's an AI.
Got it, okay.
That's what scans, the packages and things like that.
we can let you have the naming rights if you want to name it.
Well, I noticed
Sorry,
in the
it's
Capitol
too much
now,
caffeine.
we don't have to do that going into Capitol. We don't have to put it in a tray
Yeah.
anymore. They've got a machine that does it all.
Yeah, I'll have to ask Libby what that cost. She was telling me about that. She's at Capitol Police now, my daughter, and I was gonna ask her what that cost, but I got the impression it was more than what we were doing.
And the
Probably won't fit in. Probably won't fit in. Our doors are a little
Door.
smaller.
And the upkeep for it is a lot more expensive.
Okay.
So, what do you need from me?
I think we'll just sign the paperwork in a minute.
Work
on
it out.
I can put it on the agenda for next Tuesday
Okay.
to sign the quote.
okay. Okay,
Thank you so much.
All righty, thanks, Judge.
go to work.
Yeah, I'll do it.
They're waiting.
Okay, any commission comments? Bids and contracts. Bid award of 2024-16 ESD flooring.
We bid out the electrostatic discharge floor in the data room at the sheriff's department. Architects Alliance suggested that we bid out an armor-stated ESD floor. During the pre-bid meeting, we did do a walkthrough of the current data room and showed them the flooring, which is a vinyl composition tile. Brian was okay with doing that type of flooring in the new data room instead of what Architects Alliance suggested. We only had one vendor submit a response, and it was Durkid Construction out of California. He didn't bid the one that Architects Alliance suggested, but he did bid the vinyl flooring, which was $17,146.70. Brian was okay with the pricing, and our recommendation is to award the 2024-16 to Durkid Construction. And I have a contract ready for you.
That's the non-static floor that we talked about a while back, or is this a whole different one?
This is a different type of floor.
But it meets the requirements that you were,
Yes. So it's the same floor that we have in front of the
Okay.
And we just did an addendum after the pre-bid to add it into the
Okay.
RFP.
I know we had some discussion about it, interesting discussion. So, okay. You do have the contract?
Yep.
You good? Okay. Gonna make a motion to award and sign the contract for the ESD flooring with Drinkard Construction.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval and signing of cooperative contract with Central Salt LLC.
This is just a cooperative contract with Central Salt for the sodium chloride for Public Works. The city already bid out these services, and we just need to put a contract in place with Central Salt to move forward with it. Their estimated quantity for us was 2,500 tons with a unit price per ton of $88.01. And Eric was okay with it out of Public Works.
Okay.
Now, we may or may not actually end up, I mean, we've got a price per ton, I guess, here. Is that what it is? And depending on the weather, it's gonna depend on how much tonnage he wants or needs.
Correct, yep.
Okay.
Okay, you good?
Mhm.
All right. Make a motion to approve and sign the cooperative contract for sodium chloride with Central Salt.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval and signing of Huber and Associates quote for the purchase and installation of networking equipment to be installed at the new EMS building.
So this is for the new EMS building, located at 319 Adams Street. This is the networking equipment. Right now, the contractor, his obligation is to get all the low voltage cabling done, and so this is more has to do with the communications piece. So it's the switches, and the routers, and the wireless access points to get data into the new EMS building, and that will connect the phones and different things like that. I've reached out to Brightspeed, since we'd already signed a contract with them, to get the connectivity from the courthouse into the new EMS building, and so they're working on that as well. So and I think it's kind of your, is that furniture and fixtures?
Yes, this was included in the FF&E budget.
Yeah, and so the total price on that is $15,845.33. So $15,845, $15,845.33. And I would just ask that we go ahead and get that approved so we can get it ordered, because there is a time period there where it's going to take a while to come in. So, and I think the go live date on that building is October.
It's now October 30th. There was some, when they were calculating weather days, you have this explanation in your email, they counted them as calendar days as opposed to work days or weekdays. So that did push the substantial completion date back a couple weeks. Hopefully they'll find some time and we'll be more towards the early part of October, but as it stands now, the contract reads October 30th.
I thought we did it on the 15th on my birthday.
Well,
We
you
had
know,
a big party and balloons and.
If you want to go
hats.
down there and motivate them, we might be able to make that happen.
So we will, going back to Huber, we will have this all up and running when the new building opens?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm good.
So this is under a cooperative procurement bid or on contract, so this is what it is.
Okay, good. Make a motion to approve and sign the Huber and Associates quote for the purchase and installation of networking equipment at the new EMS building.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Okay. Approval and signing with MVE for chairs.
This is just signing of the quote with MVE for the new chairs. It's $6,198.
Make a motion to sign the quote with MVE for the Chairs.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Signing of Civic Plus Statement of Work.
This is a statement of work for our Civic Plus website. They've increased their price $2,800.
Thank you.
$2,800. They haven't had an increase before now, other than the yearly percentage that they increase. Jill has looked at it and she's okay with it. We got her questions answered, so.
So is this for a 4-year? It says 48-month here. Is that, but the annual fee is $14.60.
The 48-month is the redesign.
Oh.
That's the thing, an add-on where they kind of go through and give us a new updated website with like any new types of modules and things that they have, or any kind of new features that they have. It's what we're doing right now. Yeah, right now we're doing the redesign.
And we've been with Civic Plus for,
I think it was like, I want to say it was like 2011 or something. It's been a long time, and I've been really happy with their service, and their website is really easy to use.
It's basically the first website service that we've ever used in the county. Otherwise, we were kind of homegrown,
okay.
and it wasn't.
Yeah, it was not easy to handle at all.
And we haven't had an increase in how long? Did you say?
We haven't had an increase on the main price. Every year, there's like a little bit of a percentage. I think it's like 5%
Yeah, there's a
increase every
5%
year.
renewal.
Yeah, but we haven't had an increase since we've had it.
I'll make a motion to sign the Civic Plus Statement of Work contract, annual recurring initial term of $14,466.66.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You need another copy?
I have
If
another
you need
copy
that-
if anybody
okay.
needs
I didn't
it.
know if you needed it back or not.
I just need it when it's signed so I can send it to Civic Plus.
Okay. Okay, do we have any unfinished business?
Yes, we do.
Good morning.
Morning.
As you remember, last week, we discussed that we were awarded a Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation grant. There were two ways to fund that grant award. One was that Firehouse Foundation was going to purchase the items directly. The other is that they would cut us a check and we would procure them on our own. Yesterday, I did receive an email from them saying that they had chosen the write us a check option. So I do have a MOU between Cole County and the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation. Basically states that they are going to issue us a check to procure 40 ballistic plate carriers, 40 ballistic plate kits, and 80 ID placards, and that we will verify the purchase once complete. So just asking that you sign this MOU today so we can go ahead and get that check on its way.
Okay. Yep, good?
Mhm.
Okay. I'll make a motion to sign the MOU between Cole County and Firehouse Subs for the ballistic vests.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And then the second part of that is, since we are now in charge of procurement, I do have the quote here today with Titan Armor Solutions for the grant amount of $22,852, and this is off of a Sourcewell contract, so there is no bid required. So, just, since we are taking over the procurement, just ask that we do that today. So we can do that.
Okay, good.
Maybe we talked about this before, but how do we see that Firehouse gets its recognition for doing what they're doing?
So internally, we will make sure that we put out a press release and do some outreach to them. Given the nature of the products, I'm not, there is some language in the email that says they'd like their logo applied to items that were applicable and that were in the best interest. However, given the items that we are procuring, we don't necessarily feel that that is the best image or use of their image, so we will continue to find other ways to market that. Maybe possibly a sticker or something on on the ambulance windows or something like that.
Maybe we could do a ceremony
Yes.
too out at Firehouse
Mhm.
Subs.
100%.
When the vests come in, we could just have
Yep.
like a press conference or
Yep,
some kind of a.
Firehouse Subs Friday.
there you go.
Can wear your red and go out there and have a
Maybe we
sandwich.
can invite them to the next department directors meeting and cater lunch from Firehouse Subs or something like that.
Yep.
Sounds like a plan. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll make a motion to sign and approve the quote from Titan Armor Solutions for the ballistic vests.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. We will go into new business. Accounts payable review.
I'd ask for approval of accounts payable pending review.
Motion to approve accounts payable pending review.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Mid-Mo Regional Planning Commission dues.
You should have a billing from them. It's for $8,800 and change, maybe. It's based upon population. I was elected chair at the last meeting, so I'm locked in with that organization, which has done tremendous work benefiting the county on a number of projects that are in process and somewhat almost completed, maybe.
Yeah, is Lincoln still there too? You got David and Lincoln
Yep,
and
and they've added another staffer who comes with some experience that kind of helped the load off of Lincoln a little bit. But when you look at what their to-do list and what's in process, Cole County keeps popping up regularly. So it's well worth do you have the amount there? I saw an invoice come across. Matter of fact, I think I signed the statement that went with it.
or you want to know the amount?
Yeah.
It's $8,882.12. It was, yeah, it was attached to today's meeting stuff, so. Yeah,
You know what, just to be hands off of this thing, I'm gonna let someone make the motion, second it, and I'll just abstain from the vote since I was part of the billing side of that thing.
yeah, that's fine, and I'm more than happy to do this, because I've contacted David Bach about different stuff, try to help even some of the smaller communities too. They've been instrumental in trying to get some grants and stuff, so appreciate what the planning commission does, so regional MRPC does. I'll make a motion to approve and sign the membership dues invoice with Mid-Missouri Regional Planning Commission.
I will second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Okay. Well, we did the Beatums already. I see nothing else on our agenda.
Do I have an earlier version here?
Yeah, and
Oh,
Judge
sorry.
Beadham, he had three.
I'm sorry, we got
He had
that.
3 things, and he said this he already had worked
Got it.
out because it was
Okay.
just, so, yeah, we did all of that, so.
Okay, got it.
Unless we have anything else to come before us.
On the BOE this afternoon, the Board of Equalization, one of the emails said start at 3:15, or is it 3? Maybe it was an early one.
I'm assuming it's at 3 still.
Okay.
Yeah, we were told to be here at 3, but I thought
It
the
might be
original
less-
was like 3:30,
Usually,
but.
you know, everybody gets sworn in
but,
and stuff like that, so it might, for the person, be at 3:15, but maybe for you all.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to stand in recess until 3:15.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
budget adjustments for all those things that are over budget and accounts payable